Hey YouTube, it's Terry. I'm back. I thought I would give you guys a rundown some more about my prison stuff I had to deal with. So, when I went to prison in Ohio, um, people that wasn't just straight hooked on heroin, wasn't getting no drug programming. They didn't care. So they sent me off. I had a lot of health issues anyway back then with my back and stuff. And they sent me up for 6 months. No papers, which is everyone's worst nightmare because short timers aren't well liked and they usually catch a lot of new charges when they go in. I stay away from all the trap stuff they feed you, like to get into gangs and all that other stuff. I just found some like-minded people that wanted to stay out of trouble, and I hung out with them. And that's you find good people, man. Not everyone in prison is bad. Some people just had their worst moment, and it was captured like that. But I went to the correctional receiving center, and they do your blood work, they do your levels to see where you're going to go, see how violent you are. They do a lot of stuff, but the one thing they tell you to never do when you're there is do your mental health structuring there, because if you do your mental health, it takes them forever to get you a prison that'll take you, because not all prisons deal with all mental health issues. So I was lucky. That's another reason I picked Pickaway, being right across from where I was and being closer to home and closer to Kentucky, because I knew I had to go there after there anyway. Um, is I needed to get the mental health stuff out of the way, because it really was a burden on me. The PTSD, the bipolar disorder, the alcohol use disorder, the opioid use disorder, and then just everything else. It really does weigh down on you. And the one thing that made it so hard for me was being in the pods, because people were getting sent away that wasn't doing the mental health stuff. They were getting sent away like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks later. I was stuck in that pod for 3 months. 3 months out of the 6 I was locked down. And then finally I went to Pickaway after 3 months of being in that correctional receiving center. And you're locked down 20 or 23-1. So you're locked down 23 hours, you get out 1 hour. And that is horrible. And you see a lot of things, and you deal with a lot of things that you really shouldn't. Like the COs there were really abusive to the inmates. Like, for instance, there was two COs there named Fultz and Winfield. One said he was a Navy SEAL. The other one was a big white cornbread dude. And for instance, this dude was trying to get a video visit, and the machine broke, and Folks was being a total dick about it. And it got to the point where a dude like yelled, like not trying to be mean, like and just be a dick. He was frustrated because some people don't get to see their family that often and get video visits, and this dude got one after he hasn't seen his family in so long. And he was trying to talk to his kids, and like Folks was just yapping his mouth, talking shit. And dude said something, and Folks was like, "Come here, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about something." And dude started walking towards him, and like it was right off camera when he said that, and he just took his camera and nailed him right in the face. I'm sorry, my nurse came in and I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it was when you do the mental health thing. Like I went through so many. Oh yeah, I was talking about Winfield and Folks. Well, anyway, Folks told the dude to come over, and Folks waited for the guy to get close enough to where he was out of camera sight, and he lunged at him and hit him with a radio, and split dude's face wide open. So he like told the dude to come here when he wasn't on like film or anything, so that it looked like the dude was just like storming towards him, and that's not what happened. And then folks jumped over and they just started beating that shit out of him, and I felt so bad for that guy because he ended up getting locked down, and that probably changed the whole shift of his whole bid. And I was locked up with a lot of people that was gang related. Um, I was locked down with 5 different cellies when I was at CRC, and 3 of them happened to be what is it? I'm trying to think of the name. They were more of the white gangs, and I was locked away with 2 members of the Irish gang. So it's interesting what you come across and who you come across and the conversations you have. Just trying to pick some of these people's minds on why they do what they do, because joining a gang, you're going to get yourself hurt because they're going to want you to do something, and if you don't do it, they're gonna put holes in you, and if you do it, you're going to end up getting a lot of years added to your sins. So you're doing a lot of work for people that's not going to be putting money on your books when you're locked up. So I mean, it made no sense to me. I can never see like what being racist was good for. Like, dividing people is what this country's always really been good at, because you divide people, you keep them fighting, and that means you can do all that dirty bullshit that our government does all the time. So, and they get away with it because they know how to keep it going. But I think we really need to come together as one people and say fuck the color thing. There's only one race, and that's the human race people, and that's the only thing that matters. Our future is our kids, and we're teaching our kids that when I was growing up, if you got into a fight, you won and you lost with these. You won and you lost with these. Your first thing wasn't going to get a gat or a knife and shooting someone and ending their life because you didn't know how to throw these. That's some bitch shit. That is such bitch made, and I don't know why kids are like that these days, but they wouldn't survive what we went through. Not at all. Nowhere near it. But yeah, I'm sorry. This is a rambling video because like I got scatterbrained because in and out of my nurse and everything else. But I'll get back on here later on and try to come up with a more cohesive story for you guys that makes more sense. It's just, prison's not my favorite thing to talk about, but it's one of the stuff I know a lot of people has questions about. And I gotta start really putting together plans for videos I'll start doing and pulling together. So if anything, please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, comment. I'm trying to get monetized so I can actually pay for my medications and a lot of my medications, a lot of my health equipment that I need that I can't afford on $900 a month. And I appreciate every one of you that's really stuck by me and subscribed and made me feel like I have a voice. I greatly appreciate all of y'all. I love you, and I'll see you later.